My name is Ian and welcome to Planted, my gardening channel. Now in this video I'm going to give you an update on this beautiful beech hedge. It was planted in 2015 as bare root saplings, and then last year it was given a prune to narrow the head and widen the base, so it's been given a taper. And the reason for that is to let sunlight get to the top, the bottom and the middle in equal measure. Now here we are a year later, and I've got this beautiful vine that I want to train over the plant, but before that happens I need to give it a little trim. Now this is really simple. This whole job took not even 15 minutes, but the temptation is that you should get out there with an electric or a gas engine trimmers and use a hedge trimmer. But what happens is that those blades tear all the leaves and it looks brown and it looks ugly. So with a pair of clippers, you just go through and take off any of those wayward, wispy branches, maintain the taper, that is wider at the base and narrower at the top, and your hedge will look remarkable for the rest of the summer. You need to make sure that the plant is fully hardened and fully fleshed out in growth. We're now towards the end of June and this plant has put on substantial growth. If you prune it sooner, that might prompt it to put out another flush of growth. So you want to let it kind of settle down. As you see here, it's nice and full, it's nice and dense. But this is the sort of job that if you do it at the right time, it's 15 minutes. If you were to wait until end of August or maybe September to get to it, you'd have a much, much bigger job. So much of the things that I cover on my channel is about doing the right job at the right time and making it a really easy proposition. I've got a plastic box I'm putting all of the cuttings in, and there really isn't that much, and I've got the time to do it nicely. So do bear this in mind. Do the right job at the right time and everything becomes easier. So that's the side that faces and gets most light, so it needs a taper. Obviously you can see here we've got the brick wall on one side, so there is not space for a taper, and because it's shaded, I'm not necessarily looking for a huge amount of growth. I just want it to be healthy and dense. So on this side I can actually cut it to be straight because there isn't extra sun it would get if I let it grow as a taper, and I'm also encumbered with less space. I want to be able to walk up and down the steps to the front door easily. So the shady side in my situation gets a straight cut. The side facing the road with more light gets a taper, and that taper really is very important. I'll put a link in the description for the video that showed you how to set that taper. I made a little framework that made all the guesswork just disappear. Very easy, very productive, and very attractive. So let's just recap. Many times you can use hedge shears or hedge cutters and they will do a fine job. But on a larger leafed hedge, such as my beech tree, I don't want to cut and snag and tear all these leaves that would then start to go brown in the summer. And there you have it. There is the taper retained or restored. The wispy shoots have been removed, and I'm very happy with this. Thank you so much for watching. Go gardening. Bye for now.